Good morning, my lovely YouTube friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to know that you're there. I know I shouldn't think this, but I think I've got the loveliest subscribers. I don't have many of you, but the ones I have are just gorgeous, and I really appreciate you being here and appreciate your lovely comments and appreciate you just coming back even though I haven't been here for ages. I think that's very, very kind of you. So thank you very much for being here with me. Let me think, what day is it? Oh, good heavens, it's Thursday morning at about 9:30, and it's a stunning day. Absolutely beautiful. The sky's blue, there are little white fluffy clouds up there, and we're going to have 23 degrees, which is one of my most ideal temperatures. 23 or 24 I love. It's just so nice. And now, of course, as usual, I notice that once the camera is on, it does something different with its positioning somehow. That's better. Whoops, and then I bumped it. Oh well, there you go. It's a normal video from me, isn't it? But let me tell you what you're looking at. You probably know you're looking at Pippa and Jonty. And today they're just in their little underwear sets, because you know I love these sets, and they wear these all the time. Under all their outfits they've got these on. I'll just tell you about them. They're cotton, like I don't know what you call it, like a t-shirt material. I don't know if that's called interlock. I think it might be. But there's also a little pattern in the fabric, and it's made with little holes, and it's teddy bears. I'll just see if I can show you. If I put my hand under one of them, you might be able to see it more clearly. Can you see that? I don't know. Here we go. Little holes with bears. So the outfits consist of a top which buttons up the back. You could probably put it on the other way so it buttoned up the front as well, but I think it comes up a little bit too high if you do that. It looks as though it would. I haven't actually tried it. And then the other part of the outfit is just little nappy covers that are of the same fabric, and they just cover their nappies. And just in case you didn't know, they both wear cloth terry toweling nappies with 2 pins in them to hold them on, so I don't have to worry about glue residue from disposable nappies. And I love cloth nappies anyway, because obviously that's what my children had. Towards the end, disposable nappies started to come in, I think, for maybe my last 2 children, but they were really only if you went out. You never used them at home, and they were leaky and useless and not very good. So I do have a real fondness for terry toweling cloth nappies. They're my favourite things. I used to use them. I used to have lots of them, and I used to use them under the babies' heads in their prams and over my shoulder, and lay them on if I was changing them somewhere that wasn't at home, all that kind of thing. Those nappies came in handy really, really a lot. Now, the other thing my babies are wearing are gorgeous little rabbit bonnets. They're cotton, and I bought them from Cotton On Kids or Cotton On Baby. I'm not sure what that shop is called, because I don't go there very often. It's a bit out of my way. But last week, so a week and a half ago on a Monday or Tuesday I think it was, I had to go back to the rheumatologist to see about my foot. And it was the final appointment for a year, unless I get a break in the meantime. But I mean a broken bone, not a break, but a broken bone. So I went to see her, and Cotton On is near where her rooms are, so that was quite handy, because of course I had to have a little sniff around afterwards and have a bit of fun. So the update on my foot is that it's almost healed. It doesn't hurt anymore. I do have bone loss, so I'm on medication for that, just a once a month tablet for that, so that should help. Fingers crossed I don't get any broken bones, and then I go back to get another bone density scan done in a year, and then back to see the rheumatologist, and fingers crossed everything will be okay. So I'm happy about that. So that's the foot update. We can forget the foot saga for now, which is really nice, and hopefully I don't get any more sagas like that. So let me tell you about their gorgeous little rabbit bonnets, because I just fell in love with them. I was having a really good sniff around the shop, looking at everything, having a great time, thinking, It's funny how, like, I did have a question or two that I would have liked to ask someone, but no one came near me. And I thought, I wonder if that's because I'm disabled with a walking stick and they just don't want to approach me because they feel awkward. So I'm not sure if that was it or if they just couldn't be bothered anyway. So I solved my own problems and had a good hunt around, which actually I really enjoy anyway. So I found these little bonnets. And Pippa's is a pink. It's called porcelain pink, and it's just the most gorgeous colour. It's almost like the colour of ballet shoes. You know that beautiful pink. And so they're just cotton. It's got a binding around the face that becomes self-ties under her chin, and then big floppy bunny rabbit ears. And they have a white fabric lining on the inside of the ears, and that's all they are. It's very simple, but it's really the cut of the bonnet that I love so much. It just fits their heads and faces perfectly. I love that style. It's more a European style. You often see European babies in bonnets that shape, not necessarily with big floppy bunny ears, but that kind of cut, the way it comes around the face. I really love that. So that's Pippa's in porcelain pink, and that was what it was actually called on the label. And Jonty's is a beautiful grey. So he's got a grey bonnet, exactly the same as Pippa's, but it's grey, and the inside of his ears has the white fabric sewn into it as well. And between them, because they're wearing bunny hats, I thought they should have their jellycat bunnies with them. So Jonty's holding the bunny that we got from Suzanne of Suzanne's Babies, and Pippa's holding the one that we got from Sue Drinkwater. Her name is Blossom, that white one. And so they look very cute there, just having a little rest and pondering bunny life, I guess. So, yeah, there they are, my angels, my two angels. One day they'll be joined by a third baby. I have to say one day because it's just taking me forever to get to her. I think, you know, the foot and all the extra appointments and stupid scans and all that nonsense I had to go for, and I've been not very well the last few weeks as well, so that's messed things up a bit. And I will never let anybody down with an order, so that will come before anything else. And Indy and Atticus's mummy will have them exactly when she was hoping for. Like, I will do my best, the rest will be up to the postal service, but I'll do my part and then keep my fingers crossed, because you just never know, do you, with the post. It's not reliable. I don't know if it ever was, but it's less reliable now than it used to be. So, that's what I can tell you, that I think my next video, which might even be tomorrow, will be to show you Atticus, because he's pretty close to me being happy with the painting. Then it would just be his hair and, you know, eyelashes and eyebrows, which will come. So I think I'll be able to show it to you either tomorrow or whenever I come on next. I think that'll be great. And I've put eyes in him so he looks gorgeous. I think they're the eyes I've chosen for him because they fit perfectly and look gorgeous. And the problem is they'll just look dark to you, but they're a beautiful mixture, like a bluey grey with a touch of brown around the pupil. They're gorgeous, beautiful glass eyes. So anyway, I think tomorrow or very soon I'll be showing you Atticus, and I hope you love him. I do. He's just gorgeous. So his mummy will have him and his sister Indy before too long. I'm very happy about that. So that's what I've been concentrating on. Now, what else? I know I've got things to tell you because I haven't been here forever and a day. So I do have things to tell you. So I've given you a foot update. I've described their babies' outfits to you. Well, there is something else that you guys don't know, and that is that there's a different crook on this bassinette now, because I was getting so frustrated with the other one, wobbling all over the place and falling over all the time. And every time I move the bassinet, because I bring them into the workroom at the moment, the light's much better in here than in there where they sleep, in the room that they sleep in, so I wheel them through the house. And I always think about Holly laughing at me. I can't move this bassinet without thinking of Holly now, laughing at me, struggling with the silly thing. Anyway, what I did was, to cut a long story slightly shorter. I went on eBay just in case I could find a replacement crook, and because the crook that I've been using was just a homemade one to fit, but it was never right. The original one is somewhere in the family, because a lot of my grandchildren have used this basket after my children used it. So the crook is somewhere, and it will turn up one day. But I went on eBay. I told you this story wouldn't get much shorter. So I went on eBay to have a look for a crook, and amazingly I found the identical bassinet with the identical stand and the identical crook as the original one was. But it was not in New South Wales, it was in Victoria, and I thought maybe I could offer them money just for the crook. But then I thought, how on earth do you post a thing like that in the mail? Like, I just couldn't see it would be possible. So there was another one, and it was advertised about 3/4 of an hour away from my house. So it was here, luckily in the same state, in the same city, and but it was a more modern version. It was probably a few years younger than my original one, which was from the early 1970s. So I messaged that girl back and forth, asking her all about the crook, how does it fit in, and what's the fitting like on the basket, and all that sort of thing. And in the end, she only wanted $10 for the whole thing, for the basket, the stand, and the crook. So I went to go and get it, and when I brought it home, I could see that the stand was more sturdy and solid than the stand, my original stand, and it had bigger wheels that were lockable. So guess what, Holly? When I move the bassinet now, it's a piece of cake. It just rolls wherever I want it to go. It doesn't go all silly. So that has been beautiful. So what I've done is I've kept the original stand. I've put a label on it, and it's out in my storage shed. So that's good. I don't have to get rid of it at all. And so now the bassinet sits on this lovely solid stand, and the crook actually fits into the stand, and it's as solid as a rock, and I'm so pleased. That's one whole big frustration gone. So how lucky is that? So for $10 I got all of that, and I didn't need the basket, and it came with a net, which I didn't need either. And and the crook that I had, the one we fashioned ourselves from extruded aluminium pipe, I took all those up to the op shop and gave it to them. So hopefully someone can make good use of those, either for a doll or for their real baby. So that was really good, and all for $10, and I'm a happy camper now. So that's the story of the crook and the bassinet, which I really wanted to tell you. I hope I haven't bored your socks off. Probably have, but anyway. So that's that. I told you about that. And the other thing I wanted to say, that's right, was about Carolyn from Canadian Reborn Mama 1 brought up a topic to talk about, which was bald babies. Are they okay, or do they mean the doll's not finished? So you probably all know my opinion on this, but because I love talking so much, I'm going to tell you again. And you can whistle amongst yourselves if you feel like it, if you don't want to hear what I'm going to say, or turn the volume off. But you know that I had never kept any reborn babies for myself. I always just made them and sold them. Until these two came into my life, I was making them to sell them. But I couldn't. When they were finished, and I realised that I was just madly in love with their heads. I just couldn't, the shape of their heads. I love the whole dolls, but it was the shape of their heads that really got me. And my brother was here one day, and I said, I'm keeping these two dolls because of their heads. And he just looked at me and laughed, and I said, and it's all your fault, because from his baby photos I can see that's where that beautiful head shape, he had a beautiful shaped head, and that was the start of it for me with this head thing. I've always been attracted to babies with that sort of shaped head. And my children, I can't remember exactly what shape they had. Isn't that ridiculous? Because I just loved them no matter what shaped head they had. But anyway, so some of my grandchildren have got that head shape, or when they were babies they did. And it just jumps straight into my heart. So there you are. That's why I've got these babies, and they are bald and they are finished, and I love them like that. If I did put hair on them, I would lightly paint some hair or just give them a tiny little bit of hair on top, mohair. But I don't feel the need at all. I really don't. I'm very happy with how they are. So that's the main thing, isn't it? Seeing as they're my baby. So that's my take on bald babies. Now, while I haven't been making videos, I have been watching videos and commenting. And something really funny that I notice is that we all say sorry for something in our videos. We come on and we say, and I've just been thinking about it, so I'll tell you some of the things that we do say. We might say, oh, usually the first thing someone says is, oh, I'm so sorry, the lighting's so bad, it's late in the day, or, you know, whatever. You know, the light's so bad, I haven't got the right globes in, it's a grey day. Sorry about the shadows. Sorry my baby looks shiny. It's really not shiny, it just looks it on the camera. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry about the dog barking. Oh, and just excuse my cat walking right in front of the camera. Oh, and now I've put my arm in front of the camera, and now I've kicked the tripod. I'm so sorry. Oh dear, don't look at me. I look terrible. I'm a hot mess. That's what you guys in America say. I'd never heard it until I watched YouTube. And people say I'm a hot mess, but you know, just don't worry about that. Don't look at me. This is just my day at home. Oh, please just excuse the noise from my children. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. I just had to stop the video. I got interrupted. The doorbell went. But I'm back now. Oh, please just excuse my croaky voice. And I'm sorry I haven't been on for so long. Oh, I'm sorry I've forgotten your channel name. I wonder what it is. It's something like ... Now, I can hear that my neighbour mowing his lawn. Why now when I make a video? That happens every time. I'm so sorry, everyone, if you can hear that background noise. Oh, and look at my baby. She looks all red on the camera, but I can assure you she's not. She's a beautiful peaches and cream colour. Oh, and please don't look at the mess that you can see in the corner of the room over there. I just haven't had a chance to tidy up. And I thought I had everything set up, but guess what I forgot? I forgot the socks. I forgot the hairbrush. Oh, I forgot the headband. Never mind. Oh, whoops, I'm holding the camera with my hand today, so it's a bit shaky. Sorry about that. And now I've bumped the tripod. Silly me. Sorry about all of those things. So that's what I've been thinking about, all those things, and how funny it is that we all come on and have basically all the same apologies to each other. I'm going to try not to do that, simply because I'm not a professional. I'm just me standing here talking to you about my baby. So I hope it's acceptable for you, and I mean, I don't get paid, so I'm just an amateur person standing here with my camera. But I thought that was so funny that actually we are very polite to each other when we make these videos, until a problem arises, and then our humanity seems to disappear. And I'm not really sure why that happens. Why do we need to attack if we feel that we've been slighted or someone's hurt us? I don't understand that part of human nature. But we are certainly very polite when we're making these videos, and I have been chuckling to myself about all the sorries and all the things that we do wrong. We all do the same things. We all have the lawn mowers and bump things and, you know, get interruptions and all that sort of thing. But I think that probably ends what I was going to talk about. I hope it hasn't been too long. I haven't paid much attention. I think I just get on a roll, and really it's been ages since I've been with you. So I will just let you know that you will be seeing Atticus in my next video, which may even be tomorrow if I can fit it in. And in the meantime, everyone, please take care and be kind to each other. I love you all. Thanks for being here. Bye bye.